Welcome dear students. In this video lecture we are going to learn how to develop a cut cylinder by using a parallel line method. Let's go and solve the problem. The question is a cylinder of base diameter 50 mm and axis 65 mm is resting with its base on HP. A cutting plane 45 degree to HP cuts the cylinder passing through the midpoint of the axis. Draw the development of the surface for the truncated cylinder. This is what the problem. Like the previous problem also, here we have to pass three stages. In the first stage, we need to draw the solid, and in the second stage we need to cut the solid with the given cutting plane, and in the third stage we need to draw the development of the retained lateral portion of the solid. For that, let me to start the answer by drawing the front and top views of the solid. We are already having well practice on how to draw the cylinder when it is resting on horizontal plane. The base view, a circle, will be viewed from the top view. Let me to draw the base view starting from the XY line. And the base view is, as we discussed, is a circle. And we need to split the circle into 8 equal parts as usual. It is a cylinder, so both in base and face I need to mark the generator points. And then I have to project all the points towards the front view to draw the lateral portion of the solid as front view. The diameter of the solid is 50 mm and the axis height is 65 mm. And let me to mark the points in the base and face. And then now the solid is ready to cut with the cutting plane. The cutting plane is 45 degree inclined to HP, and it is cut the cylinder and passing through the midpoint of the axis. Here the axis height is 65, so exactly at the midpoint around 32.5 mm height we needed to pass the cutting plane through the axis with the given inclination. It's very hard to mark the distance 32.5 mm with your available tools. I know a little approximation here is acceptable. And with the given inclination, the cutting plane is now cut the solid. It is 45 degree inclined to HP. And like the prisms also, here we can mark the cut points wherever the cutting plane intersecting with the generators of the cylinder. Start to travel from the left extreme point of the cutting plane. Here the first intersection is there. It is 1 dash A dash. The generator, only one generator 1 dash A dash is attacked by the cutting plane in this part. So I needed to give only one cut point, say it is P dash, and then start to travel. Here one more intersection, 2 dash B dash and 8 dash H dash. 2 dash B dash and 8 dash H dash. Two generators are attacked by the cutting point in this part, so I needed to give two cut points here. Say they are Q dash and R dash, and continue to travel. Here one more intersection, it is 3 dash C dash and 7 dash G dash. Two generators are attacked by the cut point in this part, so I needed to give two cut points here. And continue to travel. Here one more intersection is happened. It is 4 dash D dash and 6 dash F dash. Two generators are attacked by the cutting plane in this part, so I needed to award two cut points here. Say they are U and V. And again continue to travel. Finally here one more intersection, it is 5 dash E dash. Only one generator is attacked by the cutting plane in this part, so I needed to give only one cut point, say it is W dash. And after that, as usual, we can mark the address of each and every cut point. The total cut points are P, Q, R, S, T, U, V and W. This number of cut points are obtained in this problem, and the cut point P is in the generator 1A, is in 1A, and the cut point Q is in the generator 2B, and the cut point R is in the generator 8H, and the cut point S is in the generator 3C, and the cut point T is in 7G, and the cut point U is in 4D, and the cut point V is in 6F, and the cut point W is in 5E. Now we can decide which portion is the retained portion after sectioning of the solid. So the portion just below the cutting plane is nothing but our retained portion. Here we need to darken the live edges, not like your prism. It is actually a cylinder, a solid of revolution. So the extreme generators only need to be darkened with the HB pencil in order to highlight that they are retained part. And don't darken the interior generators, left them as it is. And so far we completed the projection of solid and a section of solid. Now we needed to draw the development of the retained lateral portion of this cylinder. It is a cylinder, so we needed to follow the parallel line method to complete the work. First we needed to draw the top and bottom stretch out lines. The top stretch out line can be drawn from the at the level of top face of the solid, and the bottom stretch out line can be drawn along with the XY line. Now, not like the prism, it is a cylinder. In the cylinder, in the very first class, the development of the cylinder, I explained you that the development of this solid is just like a rectangle. In this rectangle, the length will be equal to the circumference of the base circle. So in this way, this solid cylinder's circumference value first we need to find out. Here the diameter of the solid is 50 mm. So if you find out the circumference, this will be equal to 157 mm. So with 157 mm length and the height equal to the axis height of the solid, first we need to draw a rectangle as the development of the blank solid. Thereafter we can mark the cut points again. In this, the dimensions are just approximate, so you can do with the same with original dimensions later with your tools. And then this 157 mm span can be divided into 8 equal parts in order to mark the each and every generators here. This 8 part separation can be done with your local method, that is a pilot line method, easily. By considering the time, I'm just skipping that part as you know it very well. Now approximately I splitted the total span into 8 equal parts. Now I am marking the generator points in the base and a face, starting from A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H and end with A. In the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and end with 1. Now each and every cut points from the front view need to be projected towards the development area, and we need to mark every cut points in their respective lateral generators. Like in the previous prism development, here also we needed to do like that. And now I am projecting the cut point P and this cut point's address is 1A. This cut point address is 1A. So wherever the generator 1A is there, I need to mark the cut point P. It's in the two places. In the same way, I need to project the cut points Q and R. And wherever this projector intersecting with 2B and 8H, I need to mark Q and R respectively. So here it is intersecting with the QB, so I 2B, so I needed to mark Q here, and it is intersecting with 8H here, and I needed to mark the cut point R. And now I am projecting the cut point S and T. Wherever this cut points intersecting with 3C, I need to mark the S, and when it is intersecting with 7G, I need to mark the point T. So this intersecting with 3C here, so I need to mark the cut point S here, and this projector intersecting with 7G at this part, and I need to mark the cut point T. And now I am projecting the cut points U and V. And whenever this projector intersecting with 4D, I need to mark the cut point U, and when it is intersecting with 6F, I need to mark the cut point V. So here this projector intersecting with 4D, and I need to mark the cut point U, and there it is intersecting with 6F, and I am marking the cut point V. And now I am projecting the cut point W. Wherever this cut point, its projector intersecting with 5E, I can mark the point W. So here it's W. And now all the cut points are marked in the development, not like your prism development. Here the cut points are needed to be joined with smooth curve, not with a straight line. Again I am repeating, in the case of prisms and pyramids only, the cut points are needed to be connected with a straight line, but in the case of cylinder and cone, the cut points should be connected with the smooth curve and with a HB pencil. And then we can easily decide the portion above the cut points or the removed portion, below is the retained portion, and in the case of the cylinder and cone, we needed to darken the extreme generator only. So in that way I am darkening the extreme generators alone with the HB pencil. I need not to darken the interior generators, and I needed to darken the base, that is the base circle circumference. This is nothing but the development of the lateral surfaces of this truncated cone, truncated cylinder. You can try this answer with your proper tools in the paper. Thank you.